What is up, everyone? Welcome back. My name is Yusuf, and to those that have subscribed to me, I apologize for the long absence. A lot has happened in the last 2 months, so I've actually decided to start my own design consultancy. So it's been a really crazy past 2 months, but hopefully I can schedule some time to keep making these videos for you guys, and hopefully it keeps helping you. So let's jump in where we left off last. So the next question we needed to do was section D, problem 2. So there's only one part to this question. Hopefully you've attempted it. The best way to actually learn is by attempting things. Even if you get it wrong, figure out where you went wrong. That'll be the best way for you to learn. So looking at this part, we have a flange with some gussets around the central hole. Okay, so it says this part can be built using only 4 features. Yes, you could if you add in things like your fillets and your holes to your sketch. I'm not too much of a fan of doing that. I prefer to do it as a separate feature. It makes it easier to edit later on. So I'm gonna do it in the way that makes sense to me. When you are doing your certification exams, they don't really, well, they don't check your number of features at all. So all they're really looking for is the mass. So we can go ahead and we can start with our base. So looking at the question, we have 64 by 132 as our base dimensions. We have a hole in the middle with a diameter of 24, and we will get to the rest in a bit. Thickness of 5 millimeters. And then we have another piece here. So the diameter of this is given as 32 millimeters. And we can extrude that. Now this one is going to be offset from surface. We're going to offset from this surface here by 18 millimeters. And we're going to switch that direction. So if you look at the question, the dimension here is given from a reference face, which is this bottom face. So just be careful when you are extruding that you extrude from the correct location or by the correct amount. Okay, so once that's done, we have these gussets that we need to add in. So these gussets are at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal or the front face. So we're gonna have to create a plane that passes through the center of our cylinder at an angle of 30 degrees to our front face. So let's figure out how to do that. So we're going to use a reference axis through the middle. We're going to create a plane at 30 degrees. So 30 degrees, and that is perfect. Then we can start our sketch. So I'm not going to use this line here because when I extrude it, it won't give us what we're looking for. So what I like to do in cases like this is to show hidden details so that we can actually reference off the inner line. So I'm going to start over here and I'm going to go to some distance. Then I'm going to dimension it. So the dimension is given as 45 to the center. And we are given an angle of 162. 162. Okay, that's perfect. And then we can close off our sketch. We can mirror our sketch about our axis. Do we have? No, we have to create. So starting from the center, Just want to make sure that it's okay. Cool. So I'm going to select those lines, mirror entities, mirror about, that one, and we can confirm. Now in this case here, so I'm going to switch back to shaded with edges. We're going to go with mid plane. So you can see what I was talking about. If we had started from this face, we would have had gaps on either side because of the curved surface meeting the flat surface. So that's why I went with the inner face. So that's correct. We have a value of 9 millimeters. Let's hide these. We don't really need to see them. Then with these features, what we can do is we can simply mirror them about the front plane. So we go to mirror. Yes, and the last things that we need to do is add in our fillets. So fillets are 6 millimeter radius. 6 millimeter radius, and now we can add in our holes. So we have 4 holes at a diameter of 6 each. So from there, so I generally like making my holes a bit oversized so that it makes them easier to select. And then we can select all of them equal to dimension 1 at 6 millimeters, and we can go through all. Okay, so that's our geometry done. Now we need to add our material. So looking at the question again, the material type given is a carbon fiber Thornell matte VME. Okay, so let's head back to SolidWorks. Edit material. We can search here. THR. THOR is what I meant. Okay, so that is our part. Finally, we can head to the Evaluate tab, Mass Properties, and we get a mass of 97.65. Let's check out our answer. 97.65 grams. Well done. If you enjoyed this video and you learned from it or you got any benefit from it, please be sure to like and subscribe and let me know what you thought of the video. Leave a comment. The positive comments I get really help to motivate me to keep creating more of these kind of videos for you. And if you have ideas for other content that you'd like to see on the channel, let me know as well. And I hope to see you guys soon in the next video.